that crap.
Trying to flush.
Uh,
Yo, yo, yo.
poison now.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody, to an episode of the Raider Ragu Show, man. Let me get a quick like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me introduce my partner. Y'all know who it is. Coach Fang, say what up.
What up, what up, what up? Two boo boo teams, two boo boo schemes.
We already know. We already know. Look, so all of the coaches finally got jobs, right? So I felt like it's only right that we get Coach Fang on and break it all down. So what you think, man? I'm gonna start like this. Who who won as getting a coach, getting a what team got the best guy for them?
And we starting with college, correct?
Nah,
We in the pros,
NFL on. Yeah,
NFL.
NFL on.
Okay. Okay. I feel like New York won off the top.
Yeah,
I feel like New York won with the hardball guy. I'm a good hardball fan. Both coaches, if we must say. I like they hard nose, they bite, they coach up, and their players are tough. So New York being one for sure.
yeah,
New
I
York
agree.
and you know you kind of clarified. I had to go deep with the Atlanta coach. You kind of gave me some insight from that almanac of yours, brother, to let me see that was he was not even on my board. But when you gave me that insight and I went back and looked at it, I was like, oh shoot, he coached up. It didn't have nothing to do with him last year. So Atlanta getting the guy from Cleveland. Uh, who else we got? Miami. I'm not too
Yeah, Miami. What you think about that, Ty?
I'm not too sure about that one. I think that was a gimme. That would
Those are one of those ones. That dude Jeff Hafley is the coach. That's one of those ones where the fans, the the insiders or whatever must know something the fans don't. Because I was like, who is this guy?
so that's one of those. Just to throw that in there. But who else we got? We got the New York Giants, the Atlanta Falcons, uh, the Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
the Pittsburgh hire. Let's talk about the Pittsburgh hire. Uh,
yeah.
that's another one that's like, okay, you just left Dallas, been out of coaching for a year, and Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh got a longevity of having good coaches and a winning percentage as an organization.
Yeah,
So for them to take this leap here, uh, for a guy that hasn't been coaching, he's been around the league a couple of times, decent coach, I guess. Just don't feel that was a Pittsburgh fit to me. Uh, Not taking nothing from the coach or the organization. I just think the organization was in a rush to get a name. I think they were in a rush to get a name. They wanted the fans
yeah.
to kind of feel a certain way of gratitude towards that. Uh, so yeah,
I
definitely.
think I think you're right about that part too, to a certain extent. He's a Pittsburgh guy. He's from Pittsburgh. Uh, when me and Coop did a show, Coop pointed out, Coop is a big Steeler guy. He pointed out that they basically hired the same guy, even right down to their names both being Mike. Um, they both won one Super Bowl. They both have a winning record in the league.
Okay.
Um, uh, Mike McCarthy actually beat Mike Tomlin for the Super Bowl that he won. Uh, and, you know, they basically hired the same guy. But, last name McCarthy and a white guy, a little bit bigger dude. You know what I'm saying? Because in the league, they basically have done the same thing. So now, what you were saying, they just wanted to get the Steelers fans some security. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and get a name so it's somebody that's not too risky and the winning ain't just gonna fall off the cliff and then everybody just get out of there. But I don't think it's a bad hire for them though. I
Um, I,
respect I respect McCarthy, and it's tough to coach in Dallas, man.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's good. He's a good coach from what I'm understanding, and I'm looking at his journey, and what he's done thus far. I mean, Dallas is like, man, that's trying to recreate over there. It's tough to win as a Dallas head coach when one, you haven't been an assistant or in the house, and you just want to walk in the building with the owners, name tag as big as the doghouse. Then you have all of the fans, and then you have all of the alums or players before
But for the most part, the coach, the owner slash GM won't stay out of it, right? In Dallas, he won't stay out of the mix,
So,
the
so,
spotlight.
so with that being said, I'm gonna throw this in there, then we could go straight to y'all. He's similar to you guys' OG owner, the big fella Al.
Al Davis.
Yeah, so when you look at the careers, they started off great, but they started going down because you don't let the people do their work. You got to let your team do the work. The people you put in, you just have to evaluate them well. And the next thing is just prayer that everything works together and come together, chemistry wise, to be sound as an organization. So, the product you
So
put on.
They the same in that they were groundbreaking in some of the stuff they did for the league to make the league better.
They won early.
Uh,
They won early.
but Al Davis coached football, pro foot. You feel me? So he a little different from Jerry. Jerry do what he do just because he think he know. Al actually knew when he got older. It kind
Uh,
of because he didn't have anybody. He didn't have sons there to check him like Jerry does. He didn't
right.
have anybody to say no to him, and he kind of got kind of wacky there toward the end. But Al's Al's a little more sound than Jerry as far as all that go. I feel like Jerry tried to be like Al. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't really no Al Davis at the end of the day. Not as far as football goes. Business wise, very very astute. One of the best. Should be in the Hall of Fame. For what he did business wise for the league. Though I give Jerry Jones.
Al is not in the Hall of Fame.
Al is, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say. And
And I
Jerry,
think Jerry might be too.
you saying Jerry should be in all?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I no doubt about that. But we were talking about the Pittsburgh coach getting a job, and then we jumped on the Dallas thing as far as you know what the Pittsburgh coach had did. Um,
Uh-huh.
I just feel like Pittsburgh went and grabbed that name. Like I said before, Pittsburgh just ran and grabbed a name because my man been on the bench. And here's my take, D, as we talk about coaches. Uh, you got guys that's out there busting their tail as assistants, busting their tails, man, wanting to get noticed, trying to get looked at, trying to get the nod to fill the shoes of a head coach. You feel me? So
Yeah,
when you go grab a dude that's been sitting on the couch, or you go grab somebody else, to me, I feel like if it's a coach that's been putting in the work and the way we evaluate everything in life, keep it all the same. Don't stop. You right, like just doing it in our face, like it's not. We don't care what you think. You know what I'm saying? We don't care.
yeah,
You just gonna put it in you want to put in because it's your shit. Well,
yeah.
what are
That's
you
what they
saying? What are you saying to the guy who's on your or in your organization as an assistant? He's busting his tail, and you go way somewhere to Arkansas and get a coach. And this dude been right here busting his tail. And I understand you don't always bring up the next man, and I understand all of the ramifications of it. But it's to me, man, I had to speak on that on the show. Big up to all the assistants, because without you guys, without assistant coaches that are solid, loyal, and do their job, none of these guys would make it to the next level. You wouldn't even be talking about the head coach. You know what I'm saying? You know, as a head
Yeah,
coach, you want your assistants to be the head coach in their position. So
yeah,
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 definitely. So the Raiders, man, on you know that was I was saying about the pig coach. We got to talk about him and the owner for Dallas. I do get a nod to Al because he did coach. Uh, Jerry just played a little ball for Arkansas, University of Arkansas, and all that. All those guys
yeah.
together, him, Barry Switzer, um, and that's and an old ball coach for Miami, Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
They all played together at Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken.
So what you were saying, that, you know, you can make all the rules you want, like the Rooney Rule and all that, and at the end of the day, these owners are gonna put uh, who they want at head coach, bro. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you do or say. They're gonna come with they don't even really have to give a reason, but for the most part, they be on that. They more comfortable with this guy or that guy, and you know what that's kind of like code for, but that's what
Shit.
they do, bro. It ain't really nothing. You can come with all of the rules and all of that you want to. I don't think there's not really nothing that can be done. Um, Now, I will say this: the offensive coordinator position on every team, that's the coaching spot to watch, right? Because that seems to be their automatic um, head coach promotion, right? If you do well there, all of the other teams want to interview you for their head coach job. And they don't have any black offensive coordinator. So that's the problem. That's where shit is starting off at. It's like I don't know, if it's just on purpose or not, but you got black D coordinators, but not a lot of them are getting hired, even though the two Super Bowl coaches are defensive guys. Um, I just find it interesting that that's who gets the job, and then when you look at who's in those offensive coordinator jobs, it's all white guys, man.
I mean, I'm gonna take you back to one. The hire for Miami with the little guy with the new pants and the glassware, eyewear. He's
Yeah,
fired now. That's why they let.
McDaniel.
That's why is that was his name? He was our old core at Frisco, McDaniel.
Yeah,
So
yep.
McDaniel goes over there with the computer tech play calling. And again, going back to your question, and man, you make so much sense about the OC being a white brother that gets the job. He wasn't even the whole OC. Shanahan called the plays. He was a game management guy, maybe passing or whatever the run game. He maybe was one of the two. I'm not clear
uh,
what he was over there, but I know he wasn't calling the plays. He was a tech guy, computer guy. Um,
the
but
analytics guy.
analytics is the word I'm looking for, D. He was an
So
analytical guy that got a head coaching job before any of these young assistants that's been on the field busting and sweating and getting the guys and recruiting guys to come there, or once the guys that are there and the league standpoint is like you have to turn this brother, change his bad habits, and you give an analytical guy who's not even on the field getting in people's faces, sweating, hitting the bags, a head job for one of these hard-working assistants, man. And not taking nothing from you analytical guys, or coaches, or young men. I think everybody that fills a job title and a role in an organization, you have a job to do, and you got to do that job well. But
So
we're talking foot here, man.
we keep him with that though, man. He went and called plays for the Dolphins, right?
Okay.
And didn't do bad. It didn't do his record wasn't terrible.
How many playoff appearances?
A couple. Now that's where they would not do well. It's in the offs because they wouldn't win enough to be able to stay at home. And when they got out there and they cold, it
So,
didn't look good.
so,
It
so
was
I'm gonna
ugly.
say this to you. If you and I can go call plays, we're gonna do all right too. But we're not gonna go straight to the offs immediately, or if we do get in the off, let's say we do, because we got some shit. Let's say we do it. It's gonna take us to get in the flow of things and understand the whole geographics of the offs. The next level, as we would say, the next season. You can't
Uh-huh.
just call plays or be a part-time play caller and understand. Now look, Daniels was in the office with the Niners all the time. So you kind of took that in consideration as well, I would say, as a head coach, hiring him as a head coach, right?
And he
But
was
what did he do?
35 and 33 as a head
Man,
coach.
that's not good. It looked pretty in regular season, but that's not deserving of a head coaching job. And if he would have been black, he would have been fired. He wouldn't have got all them years.
Well, he is black technically.
Well, I
He
mean,
is
you know
black.
what I'm saying. And I'm not racially on no racial stuff. You know, me and you, we keep it 100,000 wild. You know, however you want to say it. I love all coaches and all races because I learned something from them, and it's very unique. Um, but we got to call it what it is, man. We're not getting the opportunities as brothers to be cores and to
Right
get to that
there.
level.
That's it right there. That's where they doing it at. They cutting it off right there.
Because when the Rooney Rule came out, now it shifts to the cores. Now you're not seeing cores as brothers. Whereas the T. Martins, the Leftwiches, the little short guy from KC, I think he went back to KC, the running back
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Uh,
DB. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I'm just like I say, you are so on point with that heading and title, man. They're not giving us the OC so that we can get that next step and be head coaches.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's where they gatekeeping it at the
bam,
OC.
right there.
So uh that brings me to a couple head scratchers. All right.
Okay.
So let's start with your boy, Salah. And I'm not saying it's a head scratcher for Tennessee. It's a good hire for them. But well, you feel like Rob just wanted a job, bro, or what, why you take this job? Right? What you think?
And he took that job. That's with the Jacksonville, or that's Tennessee.
Mm-mm.
Tennessee.
The
Tennessee.
Titans, yeah, yes. I
Uh,
just feel like, I'm looking at it as not one of the better jobs that was out there. But get your
why
thoughts
would
on
he
it.
have taken that job? Is your question.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
when you just got all the way to the semis, to the NFC, what is that game
The divisional round. Yeah,
before the NFC championship, right?
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna say it again. We had a list of injuries so long. It questioned me, why would he leave? I thought he was something exciting to see everything come back and gel together. He just left a head coaching spot in New York.
That was a bad job, right? It was not a like looking back on it, he probably shouldn't have taken that one, but that was his first time getting a job. So I could kind of understand that. But why'd you take another bad?
So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was the money for the Jets. He wanted that head job money to get him ahead. He's been a DC, and he's done great as a DC, and they paid him well as the Niner DC. But what I'm saying is just like you saying, why in the fuck would you go take a head job again in a bad situation? Well, I don't think he's looking at this like New York Jets. He says, okay, we got a number one pick at the quarterback, and he is good. The defense is okay. I could go work with that. I think he saw something in those guys on that Tennessee defense, and I guess going into the visit, he saw something in the roster that he feel like, okay, he got guys. Because you got to look at Robert Saleh. He's looking at the guy over there at Houston, man. Guy over there at Houston and him are the same kind of guy, same era, same level, you know.
Yeah, did he play? He was the linebacker coach for D'Amico before D'Amico went to be the head coach, and then Sala became the decor for y'all. Is that how that went?
That's how that went.
Hey, look. So obviously, I was thinking about something while you were talking. Obviously, remember what we was talking about earlier on the phone. I think me and you just were talking, where we said Josh Allen got the coach fired, right?
Right,
Geno Smith got his coach fired.
right.
Uh, shit, you could say Kyler Murray got his coach fired. Kirk Cousins,
Tua,
right?
Tua.
Tua, Tua. So now, this must mean that Rob Sala believes in Cam Ward, wouldn't you say? He
I
must
would say.
believe in the kid.
Well,
Because you know he's gonna get fired. You
look
know
who
the
got
them
Saleh fired.
QBs.
Look who got Saleh fired. The kid from
Aaron Rodgers.
BYU.
Oh. What's Wilson?
Wilson.
What is his name? Yeah, Wilson. Is he still in the league?
Hey, Wilson. And then you had Aaron
And
Rodgers
Rodgers
come over
came through
there.
and finished him off.
Aaron
Right.
Rodgers
Yeah.
came over there and shit down his leg.
Mm-hmm.
So, Saleh just jumped, like I said, that first one was his first head job. He wanted to get that money in his bank account. I'm thinking when you looked at that roster, bro, well, no, nothing on that roster but Gardner and maybe the running back and a couple of linebackers that were decent over there at the Jets.
They,
That was not a
they had
job
a
to take.
decent defense at the time.
It was not a job to
But
take. You and I agree on that.
right, and they got a brother head coach right now. They give those are the jobs that they give to brother.
So going back to the D'Amico thing, I think it was Saleh. D'Amico was the linebacker coach. Saleh goes to the Jets. D'Amico takes over.
So is that how it went?
D'Amico gets the job at Houston, and we get the other guy, that guy Wilkins.
Wilt.
Wilkins got ran the next or in the offs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
So
that's
that's what he's thinking. So he like D'Amico went and did it with the young quarterback. I got me one now. And I'm going to the division with him too. We should be able to compete. That's what he thinks.
I
Solid.
got exactly.
All right, that kind of solves that. I got another head scratcher for you though.
Okay.
Todd Monken in Cleveland. Did you see that coming? Do you knew that? You knew that was gonna happen?
Hell no.
Look,
Hey,
when Harbaugh got the job in New York, I said, okay, Monken go. I even did a video saying this too. I said Monken gonna come over there and they gonna run that same PG, right? With the fullbacks and all that. They're gonna run that same PG in New York. And then boom, they like Cleveland announces Todd Monken as their head coach. I was like, wow. Uh, didn't even know he was one of the candidates.
hey,
But Cleveland had dudes taking tests and writing essays too as well. Yeah. So what you think?
I didn't see it coming. To answer your question straight off the bat, I know I didn't see that coming. I wouldn't have never. Todd name wouldn't have never jumped out on me. Let's say that, right?
Right.
Let's go back to the head coach that was there before he went to Atlanta. I felt like higher ups had him this year to fuck the season off with that Shador shit. So by him doing that, he was like, I'm out. I did my three, I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
I'll run as fast as I can run. Because I set 2 good years here. Number one defense last year, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Got one of the best players in defense in NFL history, doing well. The defense was biting. ranked top 5, you know what I mean? So he ate the bullet for administration, brother, and them owners with the Shador thing. And I think he didn't he I think that guy had let him know how he felt. And
So now, speaking of the defense, Jim Schwartz got mad and cleaned out his locker and all that when they announced Monken as the head coach because as the D coordinator and a guy that's been a head coach before, Jim Schwartz thought he was getting the job.
and that's how Jim was playing it. So now guess what? We trying to get Jim as we speak.
We trying to get him too, I think.
So
I think he might.
Jim is a hot commodity right now.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you is, what do these organizations be thinking about? We're talking about organizations and the teams themselves and the
So
head
that's
coach.
a perfect example, huh, of what you were saying. You go get Monken and Schwartz sitting right here.
Right in your house, not in your backyard. He sits in your living room. He gets mail here. Hey, he gets mail here. He gets mail here, and you go and recruit a guy from down the street somewhere that don't get no mail, don't know nothing about the facility or the guys in the facility. That's a slap in the face, brother. Back to what I'm saying about these hard assistant coaches busting their tails, man, and having to live through pain and the shame of the organization doing what they did to the kid, or they know something and can't say it. And then you go outside the house and go get somebody and bring him in and tell him that he gonna tell y'all what to do. How would you feel, D?
Right, right.
That's
Exactly.
that's like
No,
me and you. That's
100%.
like me and you, right?
Yeah,
You the head coach. I'm your number one man, like we are. And you go hire E. Scott. Bring in E. Scott and say, Fame,
yeah. You got to listen to
Rio in the
him.
game. Rio in the game, Fame. Y'all got to listen to E. Scott now. Nigga, I'm going. Me. You'll come in there and be like, hey, D, that nigga Rick Fame in there cleaning out his locker.
Right,
Go
right.
come in there. Hey, you gonna come in there and be like, Fame, what's up, baby? Be like, man, you wouldn't have got this nigga. I'm out.
Like I can't do it.
Yo,
You like I can't do
I
it.
thought
Yeah,
we was better than this, homie. I sat through
yeah,
all the bullshit.
yeah. No, yeah. I feel Schwartz, man. You know, he could have got Monken as the cool. Shit.
So
Hire
that's what I'm
Schwartz and just let Monken outbid John Harbaugh in New York for him and brought the little program that they're gonna run offensively
you
like
bring.
that, and then kept your decor and the continuity of message, right? But they don't. That team is poorly ran.
Hey,
That, that
but
team
here's
is
the
poorly
thing of what owners don't realize, and we talked about your old owner, your new owner. Look, you have to allow anybody you bringing in to be able to hold your locker. If you don't hold that locker room, bro, it's over. I don't give a fuck how much money
ran.
you. I don't care about your money. It's the core of the locker room, and you would have did it. The owner would have did everything right had he did this. Because I start believing in him when he stood up for Deshaun. You feel me? When he brought Deshaun over, after all of the hoopla about Deshaun, he stood his ground with Deshaun and I was like, man, I like this dude. I started trying to see who he was, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man,
Yeah,
when he stood up like that, and then he would say little stuff or whatever. Um, even him hanging on to Baker May as long as he held on to Baker May. He give you a
yeah,
chance kind of guy. He's a give you a chance. But I felt like then they were in the hot seat, and I don't think he looked this way before he looked that way. You know what I'm saying? I think once
yeah,
my man said, I'm going to Atlanta, I'm out of here, he was like, oh shit, I gotta replace him. And I want to do it fast. I want the fans to know we good. You would have been even
yeah,
better had you said, Schwartz, let's go. Monken, you the OC. Now
So
Schwartz is the DC. He got the locker room. He
yes,
already got the locker room.
yes. The
Todd,
defense
check
is
it out.
already one of the better defenses in the league already, right now.
But D, he got the locker room. We can talk about his stats as a DC. He had that Cleveland locker room with my boy, what's his name that went to Atlanta? That was at Cleveland.
Stefanski.
Stefanski. Stefanski and Schwartz were the reason them guys were playing.
Yeah,
Their hearts out, nigga. They was trash this year offensively.
yeah.
So them two dudes held that locker room together. They didn't get no bullshit, no media. They didn't get no trouble. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
held their locker room together, and this is what they would have did. They started letting the young brother play at the end of the season. Had they said,
Yeah.
"Look, boom, this is our guy. Boom, we going with him." Well, Stefanski looking at nah, because soon as old boy get back from being hurt, y'all gonna sit Sanders again.
Right.
For me, D, and the people that I talk to, the bugs, is that Stefanski really wanted to recruit Lil Sanders early,
Uh-huh.
but Ups was like, nah.
It was higher than even the GMs and all that, bro.
Yeah,
This was some yeah,
straight ownership.
yeah.
Hey,
That's what
the
I heard.
GM,
That's
the
what I heard.
GMs wasn't even in this meeting.
Right. They was just told what not to do, and that was don't draft as kids.
So when Stefanski and Schwartz probably let Stefanski know because Schwartz been in the head shoes before Stefanski. Schwartz probably
Right.
like man, just kick it.
He was the head coach in Detroit.
Yeah. So Schwartz probably told Stefanski like, "Hey, don't even trip. This type shit happen. We just gotta keep the locker room together."
Uh-huh.
See what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
go from being the number one defense, D, and then piss poor this year, bro. Not defensively, they wasn't piss poor defensively. As an
Right.
organization, I'm talking about. So
Right. No, I
yeah,
know.
man. I mean, I didn't see the Tide thing coming, man. That's a fucking surprise, man. And I know that shook up Schwartz, man. He was like, "Fuck that shit, I'm out."
It's a fucking head scratcher, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like Salah, I was like, what is he doing?
What's his
With
angle?
Monken, I'm like, what is Cleveland doing? But if he get in there and go house, then I'm Mickey. I was wrong. They obviously knew something that I didn't. But
Well,
uh,
I beg to differ, brother. You have a lot of history. You have a lot of years, and what you saw, because boy, your almanac is so full. Uh, you know this stuff blindfolded. You feel me? So what I'm saying to
yeah,
you is, it's okay to give a guy a chance. No, don't take that from me. But come on, man. That's the perfect is what I'm saying, D. The point I'm making. You got Schwartz right there, bro, and you overlook a Schwartz.
yeah,
All right,
it's crazy.
hey man, hey, I guess, man. I don't know. So what are you guys gonna do? That's my question to you.
So all right, we got everybody right. We said hardball. Oh, Mentor. We didn't talk about Jesse Mentor in Baltimore. The one defensive guy that got a job.
Hey.
So I got you. So Mentor, I feel like that was he was a hot commodity. People wanted him to coach, and Baltimore had the Michigan ties. He had been there before coaching, so it was kind of a no brainer for him to come on back because he left there and went and coached. Well, he was coaching in Michigan with Jim Harbaugh, came to Baltimore coaching with John Harbaugh. And, end up being the decor with John Harbaugh in San Diego. I'm sorry, in Los Angeles. So it was logical that he would make it his way back to Baltimore after John Harbaugh left. You guys kept up with all the Harbaughs, right? So he's with Jim in Michigan. Came back, was with John, and then Jim came back to Michigan. I mean to Los Angeles Chargers. Mentor went with Jim Harbaugh again in Los Angeles as a decor. John Harbaugh was out in Baltimore to go to New York in his mentor in Baltimore as the DC. So that's how that went. So that was kind of a logical thing, the whole Jesse mentor. And I think he's going to be a solid hire. We'll see. So we went through um, all of them, right? We said McCarthy, Sala, Monken, uh, and then
Who's the Miami guy?
well, we talked about him, Jeff Hadley. We don't Hadley. We don't know what they saw in him,
Right, him or Todd?
but we called that one Hadley. He's a head scratcher too. Jeff Hadley one is a head scratcher. Didn't even see him coming as a head coach candidate either. Really, he must be something in the league that we. That's the one I said they know something we don't. All right, so
Well,
that's
I
fine.
gotta ask you this. Why did they do Petey like that, man?
Hold on. All right, we'll get to that. And then we said uh Stefanski, that's six. And
Stefanski,
then we did not get to two, so that's gonna be eight. There's two more. Uh, we talked
Harbaugh,
about Harbaugh to start it off. It's a good hire.
Harbaugh,
What else?
Stefanski, Mike and Pitt.
Yeah, so that's it, right?
And your guy name is who?
Kubiak. We ain't got to him yet. Let's go to we got eight?
2, 4, 6, 7. So I got New York, Atlanta, Pitt. We finna do Vegas. We did Miami. Don't know who that guy is.
Oh, Buffalo.
Buffalo is the
Joe
last.
Brady. Joe Brady in Buffalo.
Uh,
So Sean McDermott's offensive coordinator ends up getting the job in Buffalo. They get a little continuity of message. Josh Allen got Sean McDermott fired. Um, what's your thoughts on Joe Brady? I didn't think they was gonna go in this direction.
Neither did I. I thought Tomlinson. I thought the old Pittsburgh coach was gonna get this job. Uh,
That would
but
have
he
been
did,
that would have been
but
something.
but he didn't. So when they moved up to OC, that was definitely I think that was definitely the overnight call to Josh Allen. Josh Allen was like, man, no, I want my OC. So I think he was gonna be ready to roll if they didn't get the OC the job. Uh,
After the way he played in that playoff game, you feel like they called him and asked him anything?
I do. Because guess what all the bread is? Who getting all the bread?
He is
Okay. So that's the
exactly what I
invest.
said.
That's what they call an investment. That's the
That's right.
investment of the organization. And he got what, 1 or 2 left on the contract?
It turns into at least two. It turns into a total rebuild if he's not in there.
You follow what I'm saying? So I didn't see them. Look, I don't even really realize why did y'all fire McDermott? Y'all just it was a hard fought battle. Y'all lost it in the end. Your quarterback played bad. It didn't have no issues with McDermott making a bad call or not going for it or not doing this. That game was a slugger knocker, and your quarterback stunk. You know what I'm saying? You don't give
Who
him some of
saved
the
it?
perks.
Who
That's
scored?
what you take some of his perks or whatever quotas and you had set for him that year. He gets a knock on that because he stunk. This is how you teach your locker room. We set out a plan for you in the beginning. You got to meet your quota. You don't meet it, you don't get your bonuses and you don't get your extra shit. But don't
Right.
fire your coach who has the locker room, who has the coaching staff. Every
Coach froze up. froze up there real quick, Cole. But
They were right.
yeah,
I just didn't feel like it was a reason to mess with anything in Buffalo.
I agree. They tripped, and I don't think it's gonna be good up there. I don't think the results are gonna be what they think up there. You know, they let New England come and take the division, and
By doing
you know,
that.
I guess that owner, you know, what for whatever reason he blamed it all on Sean, but
But what is
we'll
there to
see.
blame?
The grass isn't always greener. I know that.
You won 12 games, brother. 10, 10 is the mark. You won 10 every year with Sean. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on, brother. You've been in the AFC championship every year with Sean, man.
and let's be honest, they was what 6-11,
Yeah.
7-10.
All
You know
that
what I
type of
mean?
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
before he got there,
What they call underachievers.
5-11 because it was 16 games then. Six
Sean
and
came in and
ten.
changed the culture. Hey, that's a real what I mean about somebody coming in and changing the culture. Sean
Yeah,
McDermott came in and changed that culture, and Buffalo began to ball. You begin to see dudes do their thing. Oh, here it go. If little man don't fumble, if the cook guy don't fumble, not to
yeah.
blame him or put no blame, had nothing to do with McDermott.
They
You know
traded
what I'm saying?
Stephon.
Had nothing to do with Sean McDermott, dog. Sean McDermott didn't look where he never put he was put in his position, kick field goal, he didn't kick it. Go for it on first, he didn't go. No, he wasn't put in positions.
Like Sean Payton.
Like Sean Payton, bro. But we know
Eventually
Sean
lost
is a
his team
gambler. Sean Payton rolling
lost
dice.
his team the game, and he's still there.
And you see what his organization just did with him? And he's not one of these guys. I know you want to talk about these guys, but we said his name. His
Yeah.
organization showed that they have his back, brother.
What, they just brought him in, gave him some more bread?
Boy, they just gave that boy extension.
Damn. See?
2029 or some shit.
Wow. Wow.
They love him in LA, baby.
In Denver. Right?
Sean McVay?
Oh no. I thought you said Payton. Oh no, yeah. They love him. They love McVay.
And they extended his
Of
joint. They love him in LA.
course they did. They trying to keep him out off TV.
Now, here's a guy that made a bad call or two for his team.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, nigga, last week the news showed he get an extension. He ain't going nowhere. Can't nobody holler at him till 2029.
Yeah.
You're here, buddy. We love you, Sean.
And they do, and they should. They was trash
Now
before
you
he
talking
came.
about my guy over in Denver. If he's not, he should be runner up in coach of the year. Coach of the year, I give it to Kyle Shanny, man.
I thought you were saying he re-upped, but I'm sure he's next.
Who?
Uh, Sean Payton. He
Sean.
may he already second highest paid coach in the league, though, if I'm not mistaken.
You think he gonna leave Denver?
Second or third. No, he gonna be re-upped. They gonna re-sign, extend
Oh,
it.
you don't think he want a better job? You think he want to stay in that cold?
No, he'll be there, man. He'll be there.
Good old boy.
They got
They give
that
him what he
Walmart.
wants, the private jet, so he can stay.
They got that Walmart money, man. They the richest team in the league.
Denver.
Yeah, they owners got the most money in
Condoleezza
the league by
Rice sits up
far.
in the box.
Hey, by far.
Condoleezza Rice sits up in the box and eats caviar.
Hey, they got 10 times. They owner got 10 times more money than the next closest owner in the NFL.
Denver?
Yes.
And who's the GM?
The GM is it was Elway, but I think Elway gave it up. It's somebody else now. I'm not sure who the GM is right
So
now.
Elway's not in the
Elway,
picture anymore?
I think Elway gave it up. He got tired and went on. But
So he just chilling.
they got them deep pockets, man. They got $138 billion, man. The next owner is like 13 billion or something. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Hey man,
Um. So now
what's your
getting
next
back
question?
down, yeah, getting back to the coaches. So now the last two jobs came to the Raiders and the Cardinals, and it was two guys left. I think one guy was a little bit hotter than the other guy. So Mike LaFleur for the Rams, offensive coordinator, and the Seattle, I was going to say Supersonic, Seahawks offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak. They both was left at the end.
Kubiak.
So last Saturday, the Brady, Davis, Spytek from the Raiders, and then whoever from the Bidwells and their guy over in Arizona, they fly out to Seattle to talk to Kubiak. Well, when they left, the Cardinals announced that they was hiring LaFleur.
That's who
So that
Arizona
tells
hired.
us, yeah. So that tells us whatever happened at the meeting, Kubiak picked the Raiders. So LaFleur to Cardinals. What you think about LaFleur to Cardinals? Uh, Mike LaFleur is Matt's brother in Green Bay, and Mike wasn't calling the plays because McVay was. So what you think about that hire, right, in Arizona?
Well, Arizona needs whatever they need to get going. And I don't think Arizona's going to be anything until they get rid of the little Mighty Mouse. Just my opinion. The Mighty Mouse is not NFL foot. Uh, he's just, you know, you mean to sit up here and tell me that Mighty Mouse, who come out of Oklahoma for maybe 1 or 2 good years, and you telling me he's better than Tebow? So this guy's still in the league and Tebow is out, or other guys that are.
Come on, man, with the T-Bow.
Hey man, I gotta throw it in there, man. But look,
He's better than Tebow.
the Tebow won natties in Division I college foot. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying? Tebow came in against for Denver against Pitt, nigga, and hit you with the slant for game. And the next year he's not playing the game because he lost the next week. I don't know what it was, but Tebow pissed somebody off. But anyway, the Mighty Mouse guy in Arizona. In order for Arizona, I'm looking at Arizona making the Mike LaFleur hire to bring a different something. I don't know why. Maybe I look at it as the other guy that they had from Texas Tech. He's in the Commanders now,
Kingsbury,
Kingsbury.
Kingsbury.
Look at him like this. So Arizona just needs another facelift. I don't know what they need. I don't. That was the Beeves team, man. I don't know what's up with them, man. So Arizona, man, I don't even.
What you think about LaFleur going over there, though? You just think, oh,
I think
like nothing, lie?
nah. I mean, it is what it is, man. That's Arizona. That's Arizona,
All
man.
right, so I felt like it was a good hire for them.
Yeah.
They're gonna be familiar with the Rams. They'll be familiar with the Seahawks. They're familiar with the Niners because the O core has been there playing against all those guys. So in that regard, I feel like it's a good hire for him. I just don't know about his play call because Sean's been calling the play. So
So
what you got? What you got, Mike?
as we would say in coaching D, you know what we doing? Stop us. Will he be
Yeah.
able to stop people?
What you got, Mike? And who's he gonna select for his D core too? I would be
That's where I'm going with it.
interested to see.
You
Yeah.
know what we doing, and we kind of know what you doing. Because if you start Mighty Mouse, we really know what you're doing. Um,
Look
and
here, man. If I'm any of these new young head coaches,
uh-oh.
I'm asking my organization, go get Jim Schwartz for me, please. Because what I want to do is call plays and coach up the offense. Really, that's what these young cats want to do, right? So I'm gonna do like McVay when he first came to the league. What do he do? Wade Phillips. Come on, man. Look, like you say, the young fella, uh, young Raleigh at practice when defense out there, he over here chilling. That's just how these young coaches want to be. So Jim Schwartz, guy that's been a head coach before and all that. Come on over here, man. Coach up the D. That's all you. I ain't even gonna talk to the defense. I'm a coach up this shit over here. Get this shit right, though. So if I was any of them young dudes that's just getting on, like guys like Hartball and Stefanski, you feel me? They really ain't got to think like this. But the young cats, bro, I go get me a decor that can handle everything, and I'm gonna lock in on this offense.
Hey, that's well
You feel
said.
me?
That's well said, Ragu. Listen, something came to mind when you broke that down. They want this game, and they want the players to not be held accountable. And you said it best. The young
Ooh,
coaches just want to call plays. They don't want to lead the team. They don't even know how to talk to the locker room. So head
uh-huh.
coaching. Let me say this to all you guys that want to be head coaches. I don't care what level it is. You have to be able to control the locker room, and it starts with you. You, your assistant coaches, your leaders of your team, to your team, staff, trainers, managers, all of them. You have to. You can't just go in there and think, "Oh, I'm just gonna call double slide Z rip, uh, X code." Man, if that's what you own, you gonna need somebody to do all the other stuff. You just like the president. Everybody else doing the work, but they telling you what to say and do. So
Yeah, and some of them, the owners is letting them get away with that. They letting them do that.
because the owners are unlike yours and his father and Cowboys owner, Jerry. These other owners doing theirs in silent. These dudes straight up. I'm the GM. I'm this. I'm the practice. You know what I'm saying? Well, see, they
Yeah,
see what Jerry and your owner was doing. Now they like, okay, you just come call plays and let us run the organization from top to bottom. So the GM don't do his little part as far as lining the list up, but you don't even got no power to do that. The owners are doing it quietly, and that's why they're able to go back to your thing. That's why you don't have no brother OCs. Where's the Leftwitzes? Where's the Tim T. Martins? They're going back down to college. Well, ran
yeah,
back down to college.
yeah.
So Kansas City just hired EB, Eric Bieniemy. They just rehired him to be the OC.
Rehired him from the same position he had been in.
But now he's
Because
the whole.
Nagy left.
Now
Nagy leave?
he's the
Oh
OC.
yeah, Nagy.
So my thing is he the OC? Is the head coach gonna call plays, or is it gonna be EB?
Well, Andy Reid been calling plays.
No, what I'm saying is he was calling
I
plays
don't
when
think.
EB was there. Now is EB gonna call the plays? Andy gonna step back?
I don't think so. I don't see it.
All right, we'll
There's
see.
no. There's no precedence for that. You feel me? We haven't seen
Yeah, with his
Andy
Lalo
give
looking
up
like
the play
Lalo,
sheet.
looking like
We ain't
Lalo.
seen Andy give up that play sheet, so ain't no reason to think he's gonna get that shit up.
The play
So,
sheet, hey, that's the play sheet be this long, front and back.
so that brings us to the Raiders, man. I feel like this year they got last year's Ben Johnson, right? This was the guy. This was the guy. His team, his offense went all the way to the Super Bowl. Um, and Raiders got this guy, man. So, took Sammy Darnold to the Super Bowl. Um, we're gonna see how he handles hiring and his staff. But I got a couple names that I think he might bring over with him. Uh, but overall, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy about the hire, bro, but I don't want to be too happy because in the past, I feel like I done got a little too happy with these coaches getting hired and, they end up shitting down their leg. You ask me why they do PD like that, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, bro. Gino got PD fired. Fine.
He
He threw
held on to that nigga too
17
long.
picks in 15 games. And the only games he didn't play in is because he was hurt.
He
He
threw
would
a pick
not
in that.
bench him.
He threw a pick in
Yeah,
15 games.
he threw 17 in 15 games. So that's it. Bottom line,
Petey
and
kept him
the
in
team
there.
with
Petey
yeah,
fired Chip Kelly. And
yeah.
can't wait to answer my question right off the top, bro. I forgot about that. Petey fired Chip Kelly mid-season because Chip probably was up there like, man, this dude is terrible.
Yeah.
Petey was like, nah, man, he helped me win a
It's
division.
you. It's you. But so look, I read some shit with Kubiak was saying when he was thinking Gino was going to be his cue before they got Darnold and traded uh Gino in Seattle. They asked Kubiak about Gino, and he was like, "Yeah, we gonna push Gino, get the best out of him. I'm happy to be coming over to work with Gino. So, and fuck around, keep Gino, man.
Well, I mean, if you guys get the young fella, y'all need somebody to show this nigga not to throw a pick.
Yeah, they might give him a little, you know, uh, uh maybe year or half a year before they let the kid take over,
That's what I'm
because they
saying.
got Gino, they got
When,
Gino under contract.
when you
So,
do that, when you do that, right, you put yourself in a better position to win because that's what's needed, man. When you get a young dude, which this nigga ain't young, he old. He's a
oh,
he's an
Mendoza,
old rookie.
yeah,
Mendoza,
he done,
your Heisman
yeah,
guy. Hey
Mendoza,
man, can I ask you a question? And it's a Raider question.
yeah,
How
shoot.
many Heisman trophies winners have you guys had at the
Uh,
station?
a few.
How many Heisman Trophy number one picks have you guys had?
Oh, number one picks?
You no Heisman.
None.
Take that back. Take that back. Heisman was my question. Heisman. Heisman was my question. Not number one
Well,
picks.
so
Heisman.
Plunkett, Marcus, Bo, uh, it's now going to be Mendoza. Who else am I missing?
LeBron.
Heisman, Woodson. Uh, I don't remember anymore off top. Woodson,
Brown.
Plunkett, Timmy, Bo, Marcus, Fernando.
That nigga
Six.
say Bo, Timmy,
Bo, Timmy,
Plunkett,
Plunkett, Marcus Allen.
Marcus. Yeah, Napoleon called me.
He didn't win the Heisman, did he? Did he? That's
Bo,
it, though.
Timmy, Jim Plunkett, Marcus Allen. Who I'm missing? Oh, the bus. The big nigga from LSU. Didn't he win Heisman? Or he just won number one?
He just won number one. He didn't win number
Russell, Jamarcus.
two. Yeah, he didn't win the Heisman.
So I got Bo Jackson, Tim Brown, Jim Plunkett, Marcus Allen. Who I'm missing?
Uh, you missing Charles Woodson
Charlie.
and then Fernando if they draft him.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 total.
Yeah, it might be some more, but that's all I can think of right now. The one the Heisman.
Look it up.
Yeah,
Now
that's
Napoleon
it.
from the armed service. What's that name? Running back. McCallum.
I'm not gonna play for the military.
The nigga from the military. Hey,
All right. Yeah. What's up? Who you got, man?
for what?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl prediction.
Yeah.
I pick Seattle Seahawks. And why?
Right.
I like the defense. It's very fast. I like the front that they run, scheme of things. Uh, I was saying I don't really know nobody on this team, like name wise, big name wise, but you got Leonard on that defense. You got a couple of the defensive linemen from USC. You got the old guy from SC, the older guy that came from the Jets, Williams. And they really get after you, man. The way they got after us in both of those last two games,
Mhm.
they didn't look like the first Seattle when we played them up in Seattle early in the season. But as they went to going moving along, and I'm watching their games and highlights throughout the year, they were good, man. Fast, solid,
Yeah.
play good ball, don't turn the ball over, and of course, Sammy Darnold. Uh, I like both of the teams' defense. Both I like New England's defense. They're tough and stout, young, fresh. I like New England's offense with young Mayo making plays. He's not afraid. And he knows his stuff. He reads the defense well. He's not afraid to take a see. This is, and I hope I don't. Well, I'll wait. I'll wait. He's not afraid. Let me say that. He's a go-getter. He's an energy guy. He commands the huddle. I like that Mayo kid. But I think the edge is going to come because Sam Darnold has won 14 games, has been around the league, has got a lot of experience. And this is Sam's time, man. Uh, Kubiak is going to come to you guys as a champ.
They so you got okay. You got Seattle winning. He's gonna come back. So um I think Seattle gonna win too. I think New England gonna blitz the shit out of Sammy. It's gonna be just a, constant barrage of guys coming, five, six, seven guys. If he makes the right decisions, they might could blow New England out. If he get out there and get to, deer in the headlights, look, it could get ugly. It could, New England could easily beat these dudes. But I'm just saying, if he don't even do nothing no hero ball and just play solid ball, make the right decisions, I feel like they beat New England. And they beat them pretty convincingly.
I gotta
Uh,
say this, D. I gotta throw that in there, man. Gotta say this. Now that you just said that, I like the coach from New England, man.
I do too.
Uh,
I hate to say it,
what does he have to lose by bringing them guys every down? He don't have nothing to lose. He's in the Super
nothing,
Bowl and wasn't first year head coach in the Super Bowl. He has nothing to lose.
nothing, man, nothing. By the way, speaking of hating to admit it, the offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots, the former head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, was named AT Assistant Coach of the Year last night at NFL Honors. So Josh McDaniel, but and that's the O core for the Patriots. So he gonna have something. He gonna be ready. Josh gonna be ready. Josh gonna be ready. So
Gutsy guy. I like to call last week, man, a week before last to win the AFC in the snow. Boat leg. Man, hey, listen. He put the guy in a one-on-one situation. He looked at the linebacker and said, "This is not a." He's a guy, but it's snowy. They think we're gonna run. No one is expecting me to boot this joint. And he didn't do his job, and it cost him the game.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
yo,
mean, that dude is fast. That big old joker is fast, they say,
man,
bro.
did you see the play action fake? It was not sellable. He should have
No.
torpedoed Mayo.
Yeah.
It was not, look, it wasn't no
Drake
look,
May.
hey D, it wasn't like pretty where you bake even did but that nigga said, bow tie.
But look, they thinking they finna hand this off. We gonna stop them. They gonna punt
Right,
because
because
no
it's
way
snowing.
will they throw the ball, right? So
Right.
the fake, it was barely just a little.
That's what I
We
said. It wasn't sellable. I looked at it over and over. I was like, what made him bite? He was counting on the run.
yeah, yeah. It was
He
the
got
down,
Laxico
the
days ago
situation,
thinking
the
they
situation.
gonna punt.
So that boy, that joker fast. So I do want to say this: don't leave it to at the end, and you got to stop New England, man, because Stephon Diggs. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, the guy you just mentioned, the coach, the OC, he has a bag of tricks. And watch this. And watch this.
And
He's been there before.
yeah, and Diggs will. He is a
Kubiak ain't
hard.
been there. Kubiak ain't been there like McDaniels.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And that number 8, what is he? Number 9. He is a soul snatcher.
Yes, he is.
If you give him the opportunity, he'll snatch the entire soul of the Seattle area. I'm telling you. So I'm saying get up a couple scores on these guys. I even think they're gonna go over. The number is 45. I'm thinking something like 27-20.
Over.
Yeah.
The spread is 4.5, correct?
Yes.
The
I
spread going
got Seattle covering and going on.
you think the spread gonna move?
I think the spread will come down before the game to around the 3 point, the field goal area, because too much money gonna go on Seattle, I think.
Ah, say that, D. You know when you overload on too much going here, the Vegas be looking at certain stuff. It's a hook on there for a reason too.
Yeah, Vegas will make it, you know, they'll bring that shit down to 3, 2.5 and shit, that kickoff
They
type
gonna
shit.
keep that hook on there. I'm telling you, the hook ain't going nowhere.
You
Three,
think
four
three
and
and
a
a
half.
half?
They leave it. If it go down, it's gonna go down to 3.5. If it
That's
go
what I'm
up,
thinking too.
it's gonna go up to 5.5 because of Diggs, McDaniels, uh, the coach, and Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft, man. What about that guy? What do you say about that owner?
He didn't go in the Hall of Fame either. Glad you mentioned him.
Well, it's a
He
reason.
had he was up as well. So and we can end off on this. So that's the coach and the owner. Should Brady be worried? Or no way they do it? No
Oh,
way they do Brady.
what a question. What a question. Should Brady be worried? Yes.
I think so too, man. I think so too.
Hey, Robert Kraft was mentioned in them Halloween files they talking about with everybody. Call them
The Halloween,
The Halloween files.
the Halloween joints. Hey man, stay tuned, man. For Brady be worried. We got Seattle winning and covering and going over. You agree, Fame, or you saying no?
Uh, I'm
You
not gonna
saying they're gonna
mess.
win or they gonna cover?
At 4.5, I think Seattle will not cover that 4.5. I think they'll win the game by 3. But I don't think they'll cover that 4.5.
Over
I'm gonna
is
go on record as saying
45.
the over and under. They in Frisco, so it's going over.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll holler at y'all next week, man. Just win, baby. Peace.